This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. By Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. La Valley Building Supply, with 13 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By Bubba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. And Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine Town regions.
Thank you for tuning into the YCN Game of the Week. Second game of our triple header here for Kearsarge coming.
Jackson
It is
Churchill.
boys soccer.
On defense,
Visiting
the
Stevens
sophomore,
Cardinals,
number
coming with a
19,
very
Ethan
strong
Steven
record,
O'Neill.
5-0-1 with wins
On
over Trinity,
defense,
Inner
the
Lakes,
freshman,
Newfound,
number
Fall
10,
Mountain,
Joey
Brady.
Ruffin.
They had one tie, that was against
At
Manchester
midfield,
West.
a junior, number 15,
Kearsarge.
Logan Minkler. Logan
Even
Minkler.
2-2.
On defense, a senior, number
In
13,
the recent games,
Matt
a
Goss.
little over a week ago,
And in the
we had a
goal,
Friday
a
game
senior,
at
number
Prospect
9,
at home
Nevin
here
Marsh.
against Prospect Mountain, and a close 2-1 loss. Fortunately for them, they
And
got an
now for the
opportunity
Cougars,
to
coached by
rebound
Cooper Gunn.
last Tuesday, where they won 4-1 at Newport on the road.
At center midfield, a senior,
And now,
number 10,
seeking to
Graham
get
West.
on the right side of 500.
The left midi,
Trying to upset
senior, number 7,
Stevens here on
Noah
homecoming.
Rubenberg.
Introducing the starting lineups.
At striker,
Should be
a
exciting
senior, number
game
11,
here.
Brady Donovan.
We had a really good crowd turnout given the rain
At
for the
center
first
back,
game.
a
Still
senior,
many
number
people in
8, Alex
attendance.
Spinney.
With being homecoming, there's booths
At
and
center back, a
different
junior,
shops
number
set up.
14,
People can
Jacob
purchase
Messer.
food. So it should be exciting.
At right
Stevens
midfield,
the
a
favorite in
junior,
this
number
one.
9, Mason Christensen.
Something about being at home on homecoming. You know,
And
you
at right
can't
back, a
ever bet
junior,
against
number
Kearsarge in a
27,
situation
Kellen
like that. So
Sullivan.
it should be an entertaining game.
At
The
center
anthem in
midfield,
a
a
few
junior,
moments,
number
actually.
17, Eli Cooper.
If you're in the
At
area and
striker,
you're
a
able to
sophomore, number 5,
into the game,
Quinn
that'd be great.
Cusick.
But if not, thank you for tuning into the YCN.
At
Give the
left
coverage
back,
for
a
this game.
junior, number 13, Liam Zielinski. And in the goal, a senior, number
Kearsarge
0,
upcoming. They're
Gunnar
going to have a
Benedict.
game on Monday night here at home
We've had to
against
play
Inner
the
Lakes at
anthem, so let's
6:30.
kick it off.
And a week from now, they'll be up at Guilford at 11 a.m. for Guilford's homecoming. For Stevens, they have a few road games coming up. They're going to be at Mascoma on Monday at 4 p.m. And the next weekend, they'll be at Hopkinton at 2 p.m. That will be Hopkinton's homecoming. So both teams getting the chance to play in not just one, but multiple homecomings as well. I don't know when Stevens is, but they're on the road for this one. They'll be on the road for Hopkinton's next week for Kearsarge. They're at home for theirs this week, of course, and then they'll be at Guilford's next week. So should be good. We had our anthem before the first game, so I guess that's what just be good with that one. Mind you that Stevens won that game 25-7 as they coast into 2-1. The Cougars fell to 1-2. For Stevens, this is the continuation of what they hope to be a championship season. getting close to the midpoint. This is the 7th game of a 16-game schedule. It's really a marathon. One of the smartest things I ever heard a coach say was actually Dave Morissette, who is the athletic director and the boys basketball coach over at St. Thomas. And what he told me was that you can't win a championship in the first month of your season, but you can lose one. So for Stevens, when they're putting an effort together where, they hope to be there at the end of the year, you have to stay focused and not let other stuff get in your way. For Kearsarge, if they could get a big win here at home, that would be a statement to the rest of the division about the kind of program that they have here and that they're poised to make a playoff run. And like that, we are underway. Stevens kicks the ball deep. It's going to be fielded by Kearsarge. We're doing 40-minute halves. Kearsarge has got it. Moving it up the field into attacking territory. Trying to keep it in bounds. They do for now, but now it's out of bounds. Kearsarge will have it. See if he looks for a Kosick here. Knocked around by Stevens defenders, trying to force it out. Kearsarge with possession. Cougars just dribbling it around now. Good strike, but it is wide of the crease. So the Cardinals will take possession here. Have a look on the replay. Here come the Cardinals. Morin with it now. Passing over to the side. Does Minkler. But now the Cougars intercept it. Trying to take it back the other way. It is out of bounds. We'll reset here. Corner kick coming up for the Cougars. Stevens fishing it out initially. Cougars continue the pressure. Sullivan, who was trying to force it back, but it's kicked out again by the Cardinals. Back to Sullivan. Stevens will have possession going into their offensive end. It's out of bounds off of Sullivan. One of our underwriters today is Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newbury Harbor, with over 17 years of providing hungry patrons with high quality food and super friendly service. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning in their Muddy Paws Pet Wash and Auto Bath Car Wash. Throwing it in here for the Cardinals is Oliver Stone. Cougars clearing it out, trying to get into the attacking end. It's off of one of the Stevens defenders. Kearsarge getting some good attacking time early in this one. Booted and out of bounds. So you might be able to see around the 50-yard line, but on the sideline is one of the VO cams, I think is what it's called, and it's a giant tripod essentially, or there's a camera on each side. One gets the left side of the field and the other gets the right side of the field. Two cameras, and the coaches are able to combine that and have a full footage of the entire game so they can go back with their team afterwards and rewatch the film. Stevens trying to get into the attacking end. Midfield, battling the Cougars. They'll pass it back and boot it forward. Kearsarge with an opportunity, shoots it, and it's off the post. Second chance. No good that time. So the Cougars threatening in the attacking end. Can have another look at that. Brady Donovan on the corner kick here for the Cougars. This could be off the goalie's hands. A lot of arc on that one. Here's another look at it. Graham West getting his foot under it. Maybe too much arc, but still sets up a decent situation where the Cougars have this corner kick. Here come the Cardinals, trying to get it past midfield here. Intercepted by the Cougars. Keep it inbounds. I'll remind you that the out of bounds line is not the same as football. Soccer, it's a little bit wider. That blue line you see there on your screen, that is the boundary line for soccer. That's out of bounds. That was Casey Morin, the midfielder. Kicked it out for Stevens. Cougars showing a lot of attack here. Cardinals trying to get to go the other way. We have a whistle. So the attacker was tripped up trying to convert. The Cardinals will have possession here. Matt Goss, the defenseman. Logan Migler kicks it deep. And that will be out, trying to save it. So the Cardinals getting onto the other side of the field, trying to get in position. Corner kick. That's out of bounds once again. Stevens will have it. As we are getting a little bit more rain here this Saturday afternoon from beautiful North Sutton. A little bit of sun peeking through the clouds, but still a mostly cloudy day. That is wide. The Cougars now have a chance to advance the ball up the field. And that is out of bounds. Support for this game is being provided by North Cape Design Build. They want to remind you that the Duck Drop fundraiser to support the Boys and Girls Club is Saturday, October 5th at Mount Sunapee Resort. Get more info at nhduckdrop.com. Here come the Cougars. Kearsarge trying to battle through midfield, passing it through. Oh, picked off by the Cardinals. Trying to do something on offense, but the Cougars get it back once again. Now it will be Stevens. Connor Miller, the captain. One of the captains, I should say. That's beyond the line, the official says, has to remind him where the boundary line is. Cardinals trying to start attacking. No card on that one. Cleanly fielded. Boots it away. So the Cardinals in attacking territory now, with rain starting to show up more and more prominently as the afternoon continues. And that is out of bounds once again. Our next YCN game of the week will feature football as the Newport Tigers host the Raiders of Lebanon next Saturday starting at 1:53 p.m. on their homecoming weekend. Always great making the trip up to Newport, as well as here at Kearsarge, North Sutton. Very scenic views, especially this time of year with the fall foliage. Fielded, no problem that time. Out off of Hunter Miller of the Cardinals. So the Cougars have it midfield here. Trying to put it on net. Has it on the side. Cleanly fielded though. Cardinals trying to attack.
Here we go, Blue!
Thus far, it's been just like a match of tennis, back and forth, back and forth. Nobody getting any great chances offensively. Kearsarge looked like they had something going there, but just weren't able to convert on that pass that could have created a dangerous situation for the Cardinals. Kearsarge trying to do just that here. Noah Rutenberg. It's taken away by the Cardinals. Booted back. Easily caught. That is out. So here come the Cardinals. Trying to work it from the corner on offense. Stolen away by the Cougars. Still 25 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Both teams have had some chances. Nothing huge to speak of thus far. Cougars looking to get it going on offense. They dominated time of possession in the first 5 or so minutes. But it's really just been back and forth. Goalies have been making some plays. Nothing challenging them too much right now, but I'm sure that's going to change as the game progresses. Here are the Cardinals. Kearsarge trying to work through defenders. Graham West, some really good moves. West with it again. Cardinals defensive front making it challenging on him. Today's extended homecoming coverage is being provided by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. Back into the Cardinals' end. Have to clear it out of there. Here comes Stevens. Connor Miller, excuse me. Not to be confused with Colin Miller, who used to play for the Monarchs. Somebody is flying a drone over the edge of the field. I don't know if they're trying to get video or what. I think that's too small to get video, but it's possible there's a small camera attached to that. I doubt that's going to be allowed under the NHIA rules, but I don't know if they have anything against drones. The officials haven't said anything, so it's very possible that it's allowed. Cougars will regroup here at midfield. Boots it back out into the open field. fight for possession. Here's West. Gets it forward. Cougars trying to string something together on offense. Cardinals defense making it tough on them. About halfway through this opening half. Neither team really having a prominent advantage to this point. Cougars have had a little bit of the upper hand in terms of possession time. But in terms of scoring chances, nothing too huge to speak of. Slipping that time, West takes advantage. Good play by Joey Ruffin to get it out for the Cardinals. Trying to chase it down along the left side. Casey Morin. Just over the crossbar. Today's coverage is being underwritten in part by Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. Here come the Cougars. Just trying to weave it around the attackers of the Cardinals. Cardinals looking to string something together on offense. The shot, that's too wide to the right. Minkler trying to get one on goal there. Barton Insurance Agency supports you and your community. Ben says one size all fits all just doesn't apply to insurance, which is why every client gets their individual attention. Here comes West, trying to advance it through midfield along that right side for the Cougars. That's going to be out of bounds. Possession ruled in favor of him. Let's see if the Cougars can set something up on offense. Mason Christensen trying to kick it. Once again, out of bounds. Cougars trying to advance it. I'd like to see the goalies get challenged a little bit more here. A bit of roughness, no need for a card. behind the goalpost. There are 4 wheels, one on each corner of the goal, on both ends. So the Kearsarge athletic department is able to wheel the goals out after the conclusion of the football game here earlier this afternoon. Assortment of food available. This is for most games, but I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff here for homecoming. Battle at midfield. In a game like this where it's back and forth and nobody's really gotten a huge chance, you would just think that could be a very small difference. Somebody sees something or somebody gets open downfield, gets a shot on net, put one into the back of the goal, could totally change the momentum where it just kind of very level of just back and forth, like a steady match of ping pong, I guess. One of the great parts about soccer is there's not a lot of scoring, so each goal means a lot. Cardinals will try and keep it, and they do. Cougars advancing the ball. They have an opportunity. It's just going to be fielded. Goalkeeper's dominating thus far. I don't even know if I should say that because they haven't been challenged too much. Nevin Marsh between the pipes for the Cardinals. He's fielded everything that's come his way. It's out once again. Another coaching point is just how to judge when the ball is around the line. Looks like it's going to go out, but the other team just touched it. And then you should probably try and avoid it, but because it's also kind of risky because what if you let them go there and get into positioning? It takes a soccer IQ to develop that over time, know what to do in those situations. That is kicked into the crowd. Cougars with possession on the throw-in here. Thought I heard a whistle, but play continues. There's another soccer game over at the other field. We also had some confusion earlier during the second half of the football game. as there was another soccer game taking place at the other field. It seemed like half the players on the field thought that it was a whistle for the football game when reality was over across the way at the soccer field. Graham West has it here. Brady Donovan over to the side. And that once again is out of bounds. Cougars have it on offense. Ball sails over to the corner, just over the flag. A little bit of a collision. Fortunately, everyone's okay. No injuries. Right back up. Stevens has it in the corner in their own end, trying to throw it in. Nevin Marsh, keeper here. Looks to boot it away. 9 minutes still remain in the opening half. Cougars offense trying to get it going. That's ruled just over the line. So out of bounds. Cougars will have possession here on the corner kick. Casey Morin. Deflected out in front. Cardinals able to get it out of their end for the moment. Cougars circling, trying to apply some pressure. Once again, out of bounds. Cougars trying to dribble and pass through the middle of the field. Here are the Cardinals. Zamora had it, but he was by himself. Didn't really have anyone to go to. Or that's off of the Cougars, so the Cardinals will have it. This is Connor Miller, one of the captains, to throw it in. Still time remaining. 6:22 to go prior to halftime. Here come the Cougars. Dribbling it back and forth. Stevens with possession momentarily at midfield. That is out. Cougars will take back over. 5 minutes still to go. We remain scoreless. Pause for a moment. Graham West needing to tie his shoe. Cougars trying to get something going on offense, put one in the back of the net prior to halftime. This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply with 13 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Take a look at all their products at lavalleys.com. It's Kearsarge on to attempt the corner kick. Stevens boots it out once again. Officials time, under 5 minutes to go. Cougars have it. Cardinals boot it back to midfield. And that is out. Cougars still in search of their first huge scoring chance. At midfield, West. He can be dangerous. Turning on the Jets, working through defenders. This pass is taken away. Back to the Cougars now. Go to the Cardinals. Out of bounds. You have a whistle here. Stevens has it. Connor Miller to kick it in. Cougars make contact, trying to push it out. Stevens will keep it on the throw-in. O'Neill throws it in. Thank you for tuning in. It's currently 0-0 Stevens and Kearsarge at halftime. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us.
Special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Beltate's Building Product Specialist. Whether you're a first-time homeowner, making updates, or a seasoned building contractor, Beltate's knowledgeable and friendly team can assist you in finding the perfect products for your project. They have the services and materials to help any size endeavor. Beltate's will bring your ideas to life with their expertise. North Cape Design Build for building a custom home from the ground up, a stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become a reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, beautifully executed designs. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997. And much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back to YCN's coverage here in North Sutton, New Hampshire at Kearsarge Regional High School. Thus far, 0-0. Three storylines of the first half. Defense, defense, defense. Just back and forth the entire first half. Some decent chances, but nothing huge to speak of in terms of scoring chances. A lot of corner kicks. We'll see if the offenses can have a really good chance in the second half, reset, maybe drop a play on one of their corner kicks, and whoever boots one in first is certainly going to have a huge momentum advantage. But thus far, it's just kind of even back and forth. Thanks for you're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us.
Special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes.
Hi, we're coming to you from halftime of this game. We just wanted to give you a little update on what boosters are doing here at Kearsarge Regional High School. This year, boosters were able to give $500 each to 8 different athletes for scholarships this year, which is incredible. That's a lot of money that they were able to fundraise over the whole year, and they intend on doing that again this school year, which is incredible. They were also able to support the All-American Field Hockey Clinic for our field hockey team, as well as a pop-up tent and some chairs for the equestrian girls, the state championship banner for the tennis courts, and they were able to host a softball community night here at KRHS. We're really excited to offer as many varsity sports as we have been over the last few years here. We're continuing to offer volleyball, which we weren't able to have last year, so we're really excited that they're back. They got their first win in team history this last week, so we're really excited to support them on their journey. We're continuing to have teams like tennis do really well as indoor track and outdoor track. The equestrian teams have been awesome and always looking for more members to join. We're so excited that we have so many amazing offerings here all throughout the year. Our teams here are always fundraising and looking for local businesses and families to help support them in various activities. If you ever have any questions about how to support a team, please feel free to reach out to myself or Taylor Lipinski here at Kearsarge Regional High School. Anything that we can do to help support these teams is always what we're looking to do. Even if you can't financially support, we're always looking for volunteers to help with things like running the clock, setting up the fields, and continually supporting our Cougars out there. If you ever have any interest in those things, also please reach out to myself or Taylor Lipinski. We're happy to get you involved here at Kearsarge Athletics.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Here, 0-0 between Stevens and Kearsarge for boys soccer. We are halfway through our coverage. 3 games today for Kearsarge homecoming. The opening game, the Cardinals of Stevens came in here and won 25-7. Carter Bastian, huge performance from him. For this game, it's been pretty even, literally 0-0. Kearsarge has had a slight advantage in terms of time of possession. No huge scoring chances or anything, just some corner kicks. Curious to see how things might shift as we begin the second half. Might be some adjustments. Stevens is the favorite coming in here today. They have 0 losses on the season, 5-0-1. Their one tie was against Manchester West. For Kearsarge, they're 2-2-2. The previous game was last Tuesday at Newfound, where they came up with a 4-1 win. They could have an upset win here against Stevens on homecoming. That would be huge for them as they try and push for a playoff spot. Getting closer and closer to halfway through the regular season. Stevens, prime championship contender here in Division III. Another school to take into consideration is Hopkinton. Hopkinton's had a really strong season. And guess what? Stevens will be facing them a week from today at 2 p.m. at Hopkinton for Hopkinton's homecoming. I'm sure that will be interesting as well. Kearsarge has got a Monday night game coming up. It's going to be against Interlakes at 6:30. That will be here. And in another week, they're also going to play on the road at homecoming. They're going to be at Guilford at 11 a.m. So the players get back onto the field. You can see Kearsarge jogging. Cougars program really trying to prove something here today, and could be a big statement to the rest of the division as well for their season and what trajectory they're on. They could manage to get this win, that would be very big for them. Not to mention what that would do for their confidence as well. Not only does it help you with the standings, but your confidence goes up. Kearsarge, the chant from the Cougars. We're underway as the Kearsarge Cougars trying to make a statement win here on homecoming. Both teams have struggled to try and find it offensively. So that's out of bounds for the first time in the second half. Check out Echo Communications for all your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. Still not a bad draw for attendance here this afternoon. Fortunately, the rain has let up for the moment, at least. When this game got underway, we had mild rain. Today's extended homecoming coverage is being provided by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. Stevens trying to battle forward, passing it back. Cougars not making it easy on them. That will be out of bounds. Today's coverage is being provided in part by Barton Insurance Agency, where they work for you and not the big insurance companies. They know how to serve your personal needs. A little bit of a dangerous pass. Fortunately for the Cougars, it was not intercepted. Looking to get something going here on offense. Taken away by the Cardinals. Here comes Kearsarge. They have it. Close to the goal. Save made. Brady Donovan with a good opportunity there. Just tough angle and well defended by the Cardinals. Nevin Marsh held down the net here. That is out. It's interesting. I think the Cougars have had this confidence about them, that this being homecoming, them being at home, that they believe that they're not underdogs, even though, you know, undefeated. The one tie, Cardinals coming in. This is the 7th game of the season for both teams. Off the foot there that time. It was Minkler. Cougars able to get through initially. Goes back. Now to the battle for possession around midfield. Trying to be assertive there. The wall deflecting it. Got to give credit to the defenses for both teams, just not making it easy on the opposition. Here are the Cardinals. Gets one away on net, but easily fielded. West trying to get it up. Cardinals with the response. Joey Ruffin is able to drive it away. We have a brief stoppage for out of bounds. Still plenty of time to go here. One goal could decide everything. Cougars regrouping here. Trying to bring it up that right side. Cougars get it back. That sails high of the net. So the Cougars with possession. Or excuse me, the Cardinals. Nevin Marsh. He's got the open field. Decide where he wants to boot it. Try to go over the middle. It's off of West. So the Cardinals will get it back on the throw-in. Here come the Cardinals. They have a chance. Well defended by the Cougars. It's unable to get anything going that time. Whiters to kick it away. Joey Ruffin off of West. Cardinals will clear it. An opportunity here for the Cardinals. Just can't get the lucky bounce. He's trying to get it to land in front of him so he could turn on the Jets and try and get a breakaway. Nowhere close. So we'll reset. Here are the Cougars trying to get something going on offense. Finally, a decent scoring chance. Off the post with the shot. Well defended. Cougars bringing it up the field. Back into their own end. They can reset. One thing I will say is that they've had a lot of possession. Trying to roll to get that pass. They'll get it back. Now the Cardinals have it. West has it. Rubenberg. And that's out once again. That is out. Kearsarge trying to come up with a stop, advance it forward for a big goal here on homecoming. Whistle. Whiters to kick it for the Cougars. That is out. Cardinals have it in their attacking end. Warren trying to get it through. Unable to do so. Cougars defense coming up strong. Stevens booting it back. Grabbed by Whiters. Throwing it down the field. Finds West. Carries it forward. Battling through defenders. Cougars retain possession here. Stevens has got it. They'll look to move it up the field. That is out. Cougars will get it back. Stevens will get it back. Joey Ruffin over there in the corner. Brings it to Marsh. Marsh now puts it down the center of the field. West gets it on net, but is save made by Marsh. Here come the Cardinals. Cougars trying to advance it here. Brady Donovan battling. Donovan back to West. Over the corner. And it is in for a goal. Make it a 1-0 lead for the Cougars. Bryce Selby. We'll have another look at that on the replay. He's got his left foot on it, sneaks past the crease. Huge play for Kearsarge. Cougars now with the lead, trying to hand the Cardinals their first loss of the season. Stevens now, urgent, trying to get something on offense. They really need a response. Keep running into a seemingly brick wall here from the Kearsarge defenders. Good defense from the Cardinals. Goss there to cover, knock it away. The throw in. That is out. Cougars will have it. Trying to put a stranglehold on this game, make it 2-0. Halfway through the second half. We have a whistle. one. Do we have another one? No. Nevin Marsh able to keep it out. Dangerous play. Nearly made it 2-0 for the Cougars. Trying to put another one in, no. Bryce Selby almost gets 2 on the board. It's a tough angle. Cougars have it. Now that is out into the stands. Today's coverage is being provided in part by Barton Insurance Agency, where they work for you and not the big insurance companies. They know how to serve your personal needs. Here come the Cougars. Cardinals take it back momentarily as the Cougars get it. Trying to get it out of their own defensive end. Go back on the attack. Cougars will have possession as they throw it in around midfield. Cougars attack goes back to work here. Cardinals defenders close. Wide of the net. So Cougars, the Kearsarge Cougars continue to apply pressure here. Still quite enough time to go. Stevens just need to come up with a big goal. We remind you that this is not the last game of the day. We'll have coverage coming up around 5:55 for the girls' game, which again is the same matchup, Stevens and Kearsarge. Cleanly fielded. Marsh could just reach up and grab it. Here come the Cougars. We have a player down on the field. He's holding his head. Hopefully it's not a concussion. Let's take a minute here. Today's coverage is being underwritten in part by Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. 14 minutes still to go. Support for this game is being provided by North Cape Design Build. They want to remind you that the Duck Drop fundraiser to support the Boys and Girls Club is Saturday, October 5th at Mount Sunapee Resort. Get more info at nhduckdrop.com with mountain fun all day long. Here come the Cougars. Player down on the field. Hopefully it's nothing too severe. Looks like he just fell on his chest. They'll kick it in on net. There to save it. It's Nevin Marsh. Cougars have it. Bryce Selby to throw it in. The man who's made the difference here. Make it 1-0 Cougars as they try and close this one out. Handing Stevens their first loss of the season, but the Cardinals trying to battle back, remain undefeated. Boots one on net. Marsh there to grab it. That is out. Cougars continuing to apply the pressure as they wind down the clock. All Stevens needs, though, is one fast break opportunity, and they could even this thing up. Kearsarge well aware of it, both winding down the clock and applying more pressure, making the Cardinals work on defense, trying to make it 2-0. We have a whistle here. Cardinals will get it back. We have a whistle. See if Marsh can get them in a decent field position. Cougars passing it around. No need to rush it for them. They take it back into their own end. Go retrieve it. Selby on the left side. Rubenberg. It's defended by the Cardinals. Here come the Cougars. West with it on the right side. Cardinals have it retrieved. Morin passing it up forward. Minkler. Here comes Kearsarge. Pushing it through. Defenders there to meet him. Over, Kearsarge retains possession. Marsh has it there. Cardinals get one on net. Not a huge scoring chance there. A little bit of contact, brief whistle. West boots it up the field for the Cougars. Going to get it in deep. Cardinals defense there to meet them. Gets one away on net. Not a problem for Marsh. That is out. Stevens to grab it here. Marsh. Boots it deep. Here come the, let's see. Cardinals not able to get a great chance on that, so the Cougars get it back. It's interesting. That ball with a lot of arc. Appeared like a knuckleball. Not really any backspin on it from my angle. The Kearsarge band is in the house tonight. Imagine they'll be playing for the girls' soccer game still to come. Stevens fighting here late in the game, trying to tie this one up and keep their undefeated season alive. Cougars continuing to apply pressure. Here come the Cardinals. Pushing it deep. Knocked out by the Cougars. Back to midfield. Cougars have possession. They're bringing it up. Gets one in deep. Marsh there to grab it. Here come the Cougars. Cardinals advancing, trying to get it in deep. An opportunity to even it up and misses wide. Great pressure from the Cougars defenders. Stevens still with an opportunity. That is wide. Stevens' offense getting a little desperate here. They put up some great pressure, some quality scoring chances, especially when it got in deep and they almost had it, but the defender quickly closed. Stevens continues the battle, booted away. The Cougars clear it. Marsh go retrieve it from beyond the boundary line as the Cardinals will have it. Try and make a last effort. Try and get this thing knotted up. The Kearsarge Cougars with a giant upset on homecoming. The first loss of the year handed to the Cardinals of Stevens. For our player of the game, Bryce Selby, the freshman, who was the lone goal scorer in this one. Thank you to everybody here who makes this coverage possible, all of our advertisers. See if I can get an interview. I have a YouTube channel, by the way, the Drew Dumont Show, if you want to look that up. Always a privilege to work with YCN. Don't go anywhere because we have another game coming up after this. So, 1-0, Kearsarge. I'll try and do my interviews. I got one last game with the Cardinals after they won. So thank you for tuning in. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us for the next game.
This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes.
Hi, we're coming to you from halftime of this game. We just wanted to give you a little update on what boosters are doing here at Kearsarge Regional High School. This year, boosters are able to give $500 each to 8 different athletes for scholarships this year, which is incredible. That's a lot of money that they were able to fundraise over the whole year, and they intend on doing that again this school year, which is incredible. They were also able to support the All-American Field Hockey Clinic for our field hockey team, as well as a pop-up tent and some chairs for the equestrian girls, the state championship banner for the tennis courts, and they were able to host a softball community night here at KRHS. We're really excited to offer as many varsity sports as we have been over the last few years here. We're continuing to offer volleyball, which we weren't able to have last year, so we're really excited that they're back. They got their first win in team history this last week, so we're really excited to support them on their journey. We're continuing to have teams like tennis do really well as indoor track and outdoor track. The equestrian teams have been awesome and always looking for more members to join. We're so excited that we have so many amazing offerings here all throughout the year. Our teams here are always fundraising and looking for local businesses and families to help support them in various activities. If you ever have any questions about how to support a team, please feel free to reach out to myself or Taylor Lipinski here at Kearsarge Regional High School. Anything that we can do to help support these teams is always what we're looking to do. Even if you can't financially support, we're always looking for volunteers to help with things like running the clock, setting up the fields, and continually supporting our Cougars out there. If you ever have any interest in those things, also please reach out to myself or Taylor Lipinski, and we're happy to get you involved here at Kearsarge Athletics.
The Kearsarge Athletic Boosters Club is looking out for the interest of all their student athletes.
Special day today. We have an introduction for Kearsarge and for everyone. We're so happy to be here. We're joined by Superintendent Sean Fortney. Hi, Superintendent.
Hi, good morning, Laura. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're so glad you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes, so you are the new superintendent of the Kearsarge Regional School District.
Yes, ma'am. Very proud. Week 2, hitting the ground.
So you know where the microwave is.
Exactly,
Yes.
and I know how to turn my computer.
There we go.
So luckily they have automatic lights in my office, so I don't
That's
have to
right.
worry about that part.
Exactly.
But couldn't be more excited to be part of this community and this Kearsarge family, and just absolutely honored to be in this role.
Well, we're so grateful you agreed to sit down and really have everyone get to know you.
Yes.
So you've come a long way.
Yes, so we a little bit. So my wife and our grandkids moved out here from Northeast Missouri.
Northeast Missouri.
Yes, ma'am. So we were about 45 minutes southwest of Hannibal, Missouri. So,
Gotcha.
Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer land.
And truly,
Yes,
truly like
absolutely it was.
that environment.
Yep. And so we had the opportunity to do this, and I'm sure we'll get into a lot of the reasons behind that. But the family was able to move out here end of April. Grandkids were able to finish school in Bradford, so we had a rising kindergartner and first grader, which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Wife was a retired special ed administrator and in Missouri, and so she's just enjoying every bit of it. But they had a chance to kind of dive in for the last end of the school year to kind of make connections and make friends and all
And that helps. So when they start the school year, they'll be good to go.
Yeah, because
Right.
when summertime comes quick, and the big concern is, where are we going to hang out with? And with the
Yes.
grandkids when they go to camp is, will I see my friends? And luckily for them, they have their grandfather's personality, and so they can make friends wherever they go.
And summer's a small window here in New
Yes.
Hampshire, so that's a very good thing.
Yes, ma'am.
So education is in the family, both you and your wife.
Yes, yeah. So just growing up, my parents were not formally educated, but were highly educated, well-read, and things like that. And so I was blessed to have parents that demanded, you go to school and you be involved in things like that. The funny story is my bachelor's degree. I went to Hamilton College. I grew up outside of Syracuse.
Oh my goodness! So you're
I'm kind of a Northeast boy.
Yes, you are Northeast
to do that.
boy, yes.
We moved around a lot. My dad was in the manufacturing business as a maintenance manager, so we moved across the country a lot growing up. But bulk of my time was spent just outside of Syracuse and went to Hamilton. But my bachelor's degree is actually in anthropology with an archaeology focus.
That's wonderful. General education.
Yes.
It gives you a good, broad perspective.
100%.
And did you go right on for your master's? Did you go into education? What did you?
No, I was actually a practicing contract archaeologist in New Mexico for a number of years. I was.
How wonderful.
Lived in New Mexico. My parents at that time had moved to Missouri, and it was just time for a change in my life, and so I moved there. I met my wife, who's is a St. Louis native, born and raised, and so that was kind of the anchor. And I had a chance to do some coaching when I was in college, and really enjoyed the impact of working with young people, and took an education course. But archaeology was really that big passion. And really, when I got to Missouri, I did a little substitute teaching, and that was kind of the end of it. I had a teacher retired, was getting ready to retire, and she's like, I don't know what you're going to do with your life, but you need to be in front of kids.
Oh, isn't that, you talk to a second career teacher,
Yeah.
and it is, there's nothing like that.
It was an
passion you
absolute game
feel.
changer.
No, just curious, what did you coach?
So
We're all
I've coached
about
a little bit
athletics here
everything.
at Kearsarge.
So I've been a head football coach. I've been a head track coach. I coached wrestling. One summer, I worked at a neighborhood pool, and I was actually a head swim coach, which is I don't know how great I was at it, but I did it. We were excited.
Coaching is coaching. Kids are kids.
Yeah, working well,
Yes.
and that's the thing is I got to work with kids. They happen to do the same
Right.
sport, and so we looked at
that's
things like
wonderful.
that. So athletics, actually, even did a little stint was a professional indoor football coach for a while. So that was I've kind of been all over the place. Growing up, we had sports, news, and music going on in my house all the time. So
that is
it was
just wonderful.
enrichment is kind of what those were. And education was the thing, as my mom always said, that they can never take that away.
That's exactly the phrase. And it sounds like education shows you.
Yes. Very much so.
Someone say to you, this is what you need to do.
And that really was kind of the run of that. So I was actually an alternative. Missouri had an alternative program called the Transition to Teaching program.
Yes.
So they were taking people with bachelor's degrees and they were switching them over into second career people. And so I didn't go through the formal, 4 years of undergrad student teaching. It was like, we took some summer classes, a summer institute, and then they threw you into the deep end of the pool. And
That's
it was
wonderful.
Amazing.
I think what I'm hearing is that your emphasis is all about the kids.
it's first and foremost to what we do. When we talk with our leadership team, and where I came from, Missouri, we talk about jobs and roles. And my belief is that everybody's job that works for the district is to educate kids. My role as a superintendent is to ensure that we have policies in place and that we're being fiscally responsible and we're meeting those needs. Custodians, same kind of thing. A custodian's job is to educate kids. Their role is to maintain the cleanliness in the facility, so that way that happens. So that when we talk about big rock stuff, we spend a lot of time talking about those things.
And that's really important. And I think you're answering my question. My next question was going to be, how did you get from educator, teacher, into administration, and then being a superintendent?
So I jokingly say this, I never wanted to be an administrator. Honestly, my master's degree is in sports psychology because I was a coach and knew that I could take that degree and use it today. And so I'd seen these administrators, people that had gone to administration, and I didn't really, I don't know if I didn't see the value of it, but I hadn't really had the hook. And so I had, at one point in my life, we took a pause, and I was coaching at the college level, and I was working part-time at a large suburban high school in St. Louis, and was doing case management for non-special needs kids. And was responsible for, they would assign me, and I was working with one assistant principal that was just amazing. Dr. Ryan Sherp is his name, and he's still in administration. And he said, you need to go get your master's in administration. And I said, why? He goes, you're doing a lot of the things that I get to do every day, but then you get to the financial, but I'm making so much more money than that, and I would have done the job I did in the daytime for free. And I'm like, so I can make a career out of this. So I wound up going to the University of Missouri in Columbia, and wound up in their educational specialist program rather than their master's degree program. And so that was this 30,000-foot view of district administration. And it was like going to revival every weekend. Like we would go in, and all these excited young, pre-administration folks, and we could solve the problems of the world. And then Monday come, and you find out, well, that didn't work. And then the next weekend, but it was absolutely amazing because I got to see, I love coaching, and I love building capacity in people, and I love service. And I saw the administration position as an opportunity to truly be of service and to be able to coach and to have such a ginormic impact. And so that was kind of that lead in. So then once you have the degree, and then it's like, okay, now we can go and do this. And it was kind of every step of the way was that opportunity to have a greater sphere of influence. Love working with kids. I still have my bus license and drove a bus at my district in Missouri. I drove our kindergartners to the pumpkin patch every year. I drove supervision bus trips. It is just that, what can I do to help? Right. And the goal is, and when I tell people, my job is to be the bulldozer. My job is to plow the road so everybody can do their job.
It's a really nice way of framing it. It really is. Boy, I'm glad you had that conversation with Dr. Sherp, I believe it was. Yes,
100%.
Yeah. Because your enthusiasm and energy is clear. Yeah. And what I hear you saying is that you stand shoulder to shoulder with everyone in the district. We're all 100%. Educating our children.
Well, if everybody's job is to educate kids, then there is no hierarchy. It's a structure of support. Well,
Superintendent Fortney, we're so glad you're here with us, and
thank you.
Welcome to the district, and we look forward to seeing you for many more interviews.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Beltate's Building Product Specialist. Whether you're a first-time homeowner, making updates, or a seasoned building contractor, Beltate's knowledgeable and friendly team can assist you in finding the perfect products for your project. They have the services and materials to help any size endeavor. Beltate's will bring your ideas to life with their expertise. North Cape Design Build for building a custom home from the ground up, a stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become a reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, beautifully executed designs. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London,
since 1997, and much further back as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper, Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Intertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
This YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. By Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. LaValle Building Supply, with 13 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By Bubba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. And Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine Town regions.
We had the chance to head to the, you ready, Philbrook Crescenti Bog. And we found out a lot about this treasure here in New London, New Hampshire, just past Hannaford's, which used to be Crescenti's, strangely enough. So I first spoke with Bob Brown, who is commissioner of the New London Conservation Commission, and found out a lot about the bog.
This is truly a spectacular site. We have a number of conservation trail sites. The Conservation Commission maintains over 32 miles of hiking trail, and some are a walk in the woods, and then some others, like this bog, primarily walkway.
So, Bob, just to give some perspective, we came down Route 11 in New London, New Hampshire, and right past Hannaford's on the left-hand side, coming from New London, is this hidden spot.
Correct. There's new stairs there, so it's more visible than it used to be. But it's very easy to find, and it's a short walk to go through both loops, and there's all kinds of things to see.
Now, it is amazing. This is a floating walkway, and a bog is in itself, I mean, we spent all of our time bringing the kids here when they were little, and I was often very scared, thinking they might sink. Can you tell everyone what a bog is?
Well, this is officially a kettle bog. It was formed roughly 10,000 years ago.
10,000?
I wasn't there, so. But, as the story goes, it was during the Ice Age, and it was either a great big rock or a great big piece of ice that made this depression, and it melts, and there's really no inlet or outlet. And that's why we have these walkways that are a secure surface to walk on. We don't recommend people go out onto the tundra or the bog. And it's one of the few trails that we ask folks not to bring dogs into.
Well,
and it's really about safety.
And that makes sense. And the floral and fauna, I mean, the leaves, this is magnificent. It's so different from a lake because it really is just breeding these beautiful plants.
It is. And on our website, Town of New London Conservation Commission website, there's a whole section showing the map, but it also shows flowers in season by month, talks about the history.
I have to tell you now, Bob and I are, of a generation that we like to physically have things in our hands. And I know most folks don't, but this is worth printing out. It is magnificent.
As I said, there's no big words, so I can understand it. and it's great for kids.
Tell us, you touched on it, but there are 2 loops?
Yes, there are 2 loops. This is the Spruce Loop on the west side. Over to the east is the Tundra Loop, which is, in terms of linear feet, it's longer. Just to give you a little history, this whole improvement project started early in the COVID program because it was walking out here and other trails was one of the few things that families could do together, maintain their social distancing and so forth, and it worked out well. But it's very difficult to measure, but we estimate trail visits are up 4 to 5 times.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a huge crowd. And the original boardwalk that was put in here some 30 years ago was 2 boards, 2x8 dimension, nailed together crosswise and laid on an unstable surface. So when you get more than one person on the board, it starts to move. And some of them would actually pop up. We looked at it and said, we're going to do this right. The most difficult area was what we call the access path, which goes from Newport Road into Grand Junction, where the 2 loops split. That's 320 feet. And that was a series of rocks, roots, water holes, mud, very unstable, and we could never get a wooden walkway to stay in there.
So it sounds like there are some major fundraising efforts underway right now.
Yes, there are. This is actually our 3rd year of fundraising. And starting from the beginning, we said we would try our very best to do this with private funding and not go to the taxpayers at town meeting and ask for a lot of money, because this is, we don't have a final number, but it's pretty close. This will be in excess of $250,000 when we get done.
So, Bob, forgive me, I know I won't be popular with the select people, but this is a very worthy endeavor to support. I mean, it impacts clearly recreation, but also the environment. It impacts, the wildlife here. This is an amazing, amazing spot. Would it make sense to have a little support from the town of New London?
Oh, well, we certainly have support. We've had many generous donors, businesses.
Well, I will tell you, I think that all those of us who've used it I would encourage everyone to donate. So, Bob, the question is, how would people find out more about the bog and also how they can help?
Well, there's information right at the trailhead out here, forms, but also the New London website homepage has a spot where it says trails.